Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I am showing you guys one of my coolest videos yet, and it's what's inside not just any printer, but a laser printer, which means it uses a special laser to print, and here you can see it half taken apart in action, and it's so cool. But let's just dive in and I'll show you guys all these parts, what they do, how it works. So yeah, let's take it apart. Before we start taking it apart, I'm going to show you guys how a laser printer works. So here is the drum mechanism. So this thing that's highlighted right here is a sponge that charges this drum with negative energy. And the toner, which is like a dust, is not attracted to that. It won't stick. Then the laser, which, laser printer, main part of it, engraves an image, and that image is like more positive energy. So if that makes sense, it's like positive only in that spot where it wants the image to be. Okay? Then the toner, which you just have one that's black if it's non-color, and if it's color, you have four of these to make color. One's black, one's red, blue, and yellow. Well, the toner comes out onto this little spinny thingy, and then pretty much it goes onto the big drum thing that was negatively charged with the laser on it. And what that does is the toner sticks to the positively charged spot, which then forms an image. So as you can see here, there's the paper, which takes the toner off of the spinny thing, the drum, which has the, toner on it from the positive. And then this orange thing right here melts, it's really hot, and it melts the toner, fuses it onto the paper. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Okay, so as you guys can see, I have the printer kind of half together. Most of the insides have been stripped, but kind of replaced. And we're taking apart a HB laser jet color. And yeah, I just kind of had it like this so you can kind of see what it was like inside. But yeah, so the first thing is right here. And as you can see, this is where the control panel was. And I did crack the screen a little, but that was the least of my concerns. But here it is. You can see there's some buttons for controls and a little LCD screen that would just like tell you if it was printing and whatnot. So here is the power management. So as you can see, you got some pretty big heat sinks, and there's where you'd plug in a cord. There's a big off and on switch. And yeah, these are kind of the biggest, heaviest parts, I would say, for especially for how small the circuit is. Because as you'll see, we'll have some really big ones. And then here's another one that's kind of like it has a few heat sinks and some more stuff. This is all just for power management, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, it's pretty cool to look at. So the next right here is this big metal kind of thing. And this is where a lot of the gears are. You can see some of them sticking out, and there's some more inside. And this is actually not to put the color on it, but just to move the paper. Because unlike normal printers, this one uses a laser. And I'll show you guys the laser, which is this big box I just moved in a second. So now I'm going to explain to you guys how it actually prints. So here are the three essential cartridges for making color: blue, red, yellow, and then the black one I took apart, and I'll show you guys later. But if you look really closely in between the seams, do you guys see that little blue line? I can show you one that I took apart in a little second. You can kind of see it in that red one right there. Yeah, yeah. But so what it does is it why we have so much power managing stuff is because it makes those have a negative charge or negative energy, and this laser engraves the image on them with positive energy, so it like sticks out, if that can kind of make sense to you. And the toner, which are these three colors that you can see, and then there's also the black one, are they stick to the positive energy, and then the paper would go through those blue things, which are called drums, and onto this orange thingy, which is pretty much the thing that it heats up. And if you didn't know, toner is actually dust, and it heats the toner to the paper and kind of sticks it onto there. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works. So this makes it super precise, and normal printers just have mechanical motors that would like draw it almost like your hand drawing it. So this is a lot more precise. So this thing, this laser, would sit directly above those ink cartridges. And you know how I said there was that little spot where you could see those blue rollers? Well, there's also these 4 mirrors where the laser would reflect on them to engrave the image, which is just super cool how it all lines up. And that's why there's 4 of them. And you can see that little spinny thing that would just kind of spin fast and at different levels to move the laser and amplify it and stuff like that. And yeah, it basically sit directly above it, and then it would shoot down those 4 mirrors, making the engraving on the blue thing with the positive energy, and like I said, the toner. So here's the circuit, and this is where the actual laser shoots out of it. And as you can see, those are the actual lasers with that thing taken off. And then there's a little thing that I think might just be like a sensor or something to help it focus. So yeah, this is the board that would control all of that. So on the other side, you can see we have this, and this is kind of the brains of the computer. You can see you have the main processor right here, and it's got a few little connectors and some of the ports that would be on the outside. So this just kind of would like, it's just the brains, like how it would know when to print, what to move, stuff like that. Now this is the connector circuit. So as you can see, it has tons of these ports all over it, and it basically just connected all the circuits and motors and lasers and stuff together just to make them all think as one. Now this is the main power circuit, and so it had so much high voltage warnings on it, and when we powered it up, which you saw a clip of in the beginning, I can show you again after this, is very dangerous. Not Don't touch these because it will shock you and it might hurt a little. So here is the main Wi-Fi chip. Yeah, it basically connects it to Wi-Fi, so you can like connect it to your computer wirelessly, your phone, etc. Pretty important. Now here's just the relay with a button that you'd click on and off to toggle the Wi-Fi. Nothing that special. Okay guys, so here you can see the that I took apart one of the black toners. So this is the black one that you guys wouldn't see in that tray I showed earlier. But there's a black sponge which basically would put the toner on the positive charged part, which is what the laser would engrave on the drum. And the drum is that blue thing right there, which would have the negative energy all over it, but then the laser would put positive engraving on it, which then the toner would stick to. And if you didn't know, toner is actually dust, which if you saw a little dust, that's what that was, if you didn't know that. And then basically it sticks to the positive, which sticks to the paper, and then this thing below the drum is basically just some stuff to keep it moving slash holding the actual toner. And then the orange thing, which you guys saw earlier, would basically heat up that dust toner to make it stick to the paper permanently. If you guys want to know how normal printing works without the laser, it's pretty much just like a mechanism that moves like onto the paper pretty much. So it just like kind of draws it almost like a robotic hand, but that's pretty much how that works. Well guys, hope you liked the video. Be sure to sub, like, and comment. And this is Let's Take It Apart, and I'll see you guys next time.